This year's Legacy Builder Award goes to Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. A true pillar of the Hampton community. Mr. Powell, you are a true legacy builder by touching the lives of so many Hamptonians, past, present, and future, just by doing what you do. So please, let's take a moment to watch our video for Mr. Powell.
There are people whose names are known, and then there are those whose impact is felt. Leonard Butch Powell is both. A proud alumnus of Hampton University's class of 1966, Butch Powell is not just an alumnus, he is a cornerstone. A man whose heart beats for his community, whose hands have reached out in service, and whose legacy echoes far and wide.
My name is Callie Zoe Powell. Hi, Brenda.
My name is Mike Powell. I'm Leonard Butch Powell's son. And I'm so happy for this opportunity to recognize my dad as a legacy builder for Hampton University. When I think about my dad, I can think about so many moments, personally and professionally, that we've shared. But one of the most memorable moments that I've had with him recently is going to the Hampton-Howard game in Washington, D.C. a few months ago. He and I and Callie went together. We all had on our Hampton University gear. And man, when he walked into that arena, you couldn't tell him anything. He was walking around holding her hand with the biggest smile on his face. I almost felt like that was his daughter. I felt a little bit jealous because I wanted to walk her around and show her all.
After serving his country with distinction in the United States Army, he went on to build Powell Consulting Group, leaving an indelible mark in fields from cybersecurity to artificial intelligence. But his greatest work was never confined to boardrooms. It was in the lives he lifted, the students he sponsored, and the communities he poured his heart into.
Hi, I'm Rashida Jones, and not only am I the president of the Butch Powell Fans Club, but I'm also a close family friend. Butch is making a mark on the world because he's not only been a powerhouse executive running his own company, but he sets the example for what it looks like to give back. He set the example of what it looks like to really care for and nurture the relationship that we all should have with our home by the sea, not only mentoring students, providing financial support, but also being a role model of what a real, true giving alumni looks like.
One unique thing I'd like to share with you about Mr. Powell was a wedding invitation I got from him. In the invitation, it asks you in lieu of gifts, send a contribution to Hampton University. He is a genuine Hamptonian. He uses his resources, time, contacts, and money to support the mission and vision of the university.
To Hampton, he is a true blue visionary, a class leader who not only inspires generosity, but embodies it by providing funding and opportunities for students who, like him, simply needed someone to believe.
Hey, Hampton family. My name is Siraj Hassan, and I am excited to be a part of this tribute to Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. I call him Pop. He has been a mentor in my life for well over 25 years. We started a nonprofit organization 20 years ago, focused on helping youth. We were in our early 20s, and you were there, the first person that was there supporting us, pushing us, investing in us, helping lead the way. And so, well over 20,000 youth today have been impacted because of your support.
Butch, congratulations on this award, which is well deserved. You have inspired us all over all these years to be more involved in our university, to give of our time, our talents, and our funds. Thank you for all that you do and are doing. And I love you.
Thanks so much, Uncle Butch. Congratulations again. And your example truly teaches us to give back is not about giving what you have, but more about giving back who you are. And that's what you do for Hampton University, and we love you for it.
Butch is never asked for he simply lives, boldly, consistently. And for that, we honor him with an NHAA Incorporated Legacy Builder Award. We do so not just for what he's done, but for who he is. A man of integrity, a man of vision, a man of service.
Everyone, please give a round of applause to our 2025 Legacy Builder, Mr. Butch Powell.
Hello, Hampton. 18. I don't know why President Williams started that, because a lot of folks are getting confused. They saw my name in 1966, and they think I was born in 1868. I gotta start this by acknowledging the best, absolutely the best team on earth. That's the protocol team who worked to make this possible. Lord knows they are the best. I just couldn't get up here without acknowledging them. Thank you all so much. They told me, Carl told me she knows my son Mike. And Carl must not have had a conversation with Mike, because Mike would have told you, don't let my dad go to the mic. The last time I spoke at one of these, you all talked about 3 minutes. One old guy sitting at the table there went to sleep. And I told the guy sitting beside him, I said, would you nudge that old fella and wake him up? He said, Harold, you put him to sleep, you wake him up. So I'm gonna try not to put you to sleep tonight. I stand here accepting this award, but it's really not mine. I'm the holder of it. I'm the caretaker of it. And I will keep it, and I will share it. But it's really not mine, because we're here talking about legacy. And legacy means something that came before. But legacy is like that Italian goddess Janus, who has one facing back and one facing forward. Legacy is looking back, but it's also looking forward to the future. So let me talk about legacy in terms of what it means to me. And in this night that we'll talk about giving, a student emergency fund, helping people through hard times. And these are some damn hard times we have today. I mean, and they get worse every day. President Williams, on the way over here, I was reading a text that I got from somebody, and they're talking about Pell Grants, that they are under siege. What's going to happen to our HBCUs? The Pell Grants. Hard times. And folks, events like tonight, we can help buffer those hard times. So hit those QR codes and do something. I also got to acknowledge folk in my life. And a lot of you all say, Butch, you really looking good. A lot of you all say, Butch, you really looking good. But before you say it too many times, know that my wife is in here. Don't go getting carried away. Just want to be clear. I want to acknowledge this tonight is special to me. And if y'all start playing that music, I'm just going to start dancing. So you can play all you want. My high school class, I graduated from in the last class from Phoenix Hall, it was then Phoenix High, University's campus. I was in the last class. 25 of my classmates gave money for the Student Emergency Fund tonight. 25. One of my classmates has 4 children. I'm Uncle Butch to all of them. I'm Uncle Butch to 1,000 people. But all 4 of his kids gave $250. And he gave $2,000 for tonight. They understand the times that we are living in. But let me tell you how I came to understand student emergency funds and why the night is so meaningful to me. My mother, 19 years old, had not been to high school in one day in her life. She lived in rural King and Queen County, Virginia, where the high school was near Tappahannock, about 60 miles away. And they had to have boarding schools, because you couldn't commute there, no horse and buggy. So the family, my grandmother had 11 children at the time. They could not afford to send my mother to school. But for some reason, churches from 3 counties and poor, uneducated black people reached in their mason jars where they hid their money, in their handkerchiefs where they tied money up, pulled up the rugs where they hid money under the rugs. They just reached into wherever it was to give my mother money to send her to high school. That's student emergency funds. Larry and Ricky, your dad was one of those people who helped to send my mother to school. And then just going to school, they didn't stop when she got there. 2 months before her 21st birthday and the time that she was to graduate, my grandmother had a 12th child. 2 hours after my uncle was born, the house burned down. My family lost everything, including 9 children. My mother had no place to go. My parents had to move, my mother had to move in with my grandparents, my family. And they couldn't feed another mouth. They had no jobs. 21 years old. So those people reached into their coffers once more and put together money and sent my mother to Plainfield, New Jersey to find work. And because they did, I'm here. I am standing on the shoulders of the student emergency fund. I wrote it. I was about. So we need to help our students. That's what we do when we call ourselves a community. We help each other. We got each other's back. I had another little emergency, a little situation in my life where hard times came busting through my door. I had just retired from the Army and was starting a business. Nothing was working for me. I had never done it before. I had never looked for a job. And I hit that proverbial wall. And I couldn't go no more. I was getting ready to quit. Give it up, to give up my dream. And there's a lady sitting in here who wouldn't let me quit. She was my classmate at Hampton, the class of 66, and she would not let me quit. And because of her, I'm standing here. Pat, stand up. This award belongs to you. Michael, you wouldn't have a job if you'd probably be working in Trump Tower somewhere. But that's looking back. And if a legacy is only about looking back, it's not a legacy, it's a history lesson. This morning, I had breakfast with Dr. Newman. And Mark said something about tonight, and he said, leaving footprints in the sands of time. I say, Mark, I don't want to leave any darn footprints in the sands of time. I own a beach. And the tide, I lost 50 feet of beach in the last few years. The tides come in and wash the beach away and wash the footprints away. I don't want my footprints to be washed away. I'm etching my footprint in stone. Like the caveman, so you go in the caves and you can still see it. They're not going to be washed away by the tide. So leave your footprint so they can last. Make a difference where it can last. And it only lasts because of what we do. Let me tell you how I know it lasts. In 2015, a young woman named Akara Stewart went to Hampton. Bright young lady on scholarship. The spring semester of her freshman year, she discovered that she'd been walking around for 2 years with MS. Hard times came busting through her door. She was so preoccupied with her situation that she couldn't study and her grades fell. She lost her scholarship. Her family had to scramble and put together something to keep her in school. Some of you, there's one, at least one, Ed Fisher's over there, True Blue Hamptonian. At homecoming, 2016, the True Blue Hamptonians, Joan, you remember us? We gave Akara a nice little check. Akara came back to Hampton in a wheelchair with her mother. Her mother went to classes with her. Her mother took notes for her. Her mother helped her to study. And Akara found her way and got grounded again. She never got her scholarship back, but she took student loans, and I would say she's paid them all back. Akara didn't just come back, she came back with a steely determination. She graduated from Hampton in 3 years. Met the love of her life, and tonight Akara had a gender reveal party. Did she text? No, she was supposed to text us to let us know what the baby is, and we didn't get a text. But it's a boy. Y'all already know, how come I don't know? Y'all messing up my head. I text the wrong number? So, this belongs to Akara. Then it belongs to some other people, because we are looking forward. And we are looking that maybe my life touched somebody who can touch somebody else so I can live when I'm dead. So let's start with my son, Michael, and my surrogate son, Ed Fisher. President Williams, you were there hugging up on him last week. I remember 3 weeks ago, they were sweating like a big deal because it looked like their class wasn't going to meet the goal. Sunday morning last week, I got a text at 5 a.m. They had exceeded their goal because of the steely leadership of Ed Fisher and Mike Powell. That's paying it forward. That's paying it forward. There's a young man in here that came all the way from Detroit to be with me tonight. One of president's sons. A couple of months ago, I was in Washington at a ceremony honoring him. He had received the Lifetime Achievement Award signed by President Joe Biden.